Look, the way his teeth are in this picture right here is exactly the enough is enough Illuminati card deck card. Look at this. This is so freaking nuts, man. And look, I'm noticing, man, they got some kind of sympathetic magic op going on here with this whole Les Grossman. I'll rip your tits off. He's gonna rip Kim Jong Un's tits off. Enough is enough. Basically, that's the way this is coming across. Like, and look, seen another dude's video where it looks like he's just reading a script. And it looks like he was doing it by coercion for some reason. And I mean, look, that's the way things really work. You think this guy's really in charge? It's like he's just one peg in this wheel, this inner circle, like even the dot in the center of the circle is another circle type of a thing. And it's like it's the same schematic as the pyramid scheme, man. The eye on the top is the inner, same as the dot in the middle of the circle. Freaking basically. Because, I mean, the pyramid's just a pie of the circle. You know what I mean? Freaking basically a pie piece of the circle. But anyway, stuff's all freaking connected. It's theatrics, but I mean, but yet at the same time, man, it's like, look, really, like, there's gonna be a backlash of whackness coming. It's like kind of like when two leaders say they just kept talking crap to each other, and they're like, yeah, let's meet, like that movie The Outsiders, and let's have a rumble out in the freaking park. And then both the leaders' gangs show up, but both the leaders conveniently sneak off in the middle of the commotion, and then only the rest of that gang, the greasers, are freaking left fighting. And all along, the two other guys were in cahoots, and they wanted to get rid of the old gangs and start a new gang. You know what I'm saying? A hybrid gang. In other words, it's the same way corporations merger and take the bigger fish takes the little fish type of a freaking thing. And this is it's just like the Gulf of Tonkin. It's like every time a Republican gets into office, there's a war, and then the economy gets boosted and regenerated a little bit. It's like I'm sick of this schematic and people not recognizing that. Wait a second, this is a game. It's a money-making scheme. And it's a lot of theatrics, because if you look at Gulf of Tonkin, it was a false flag, and then that's where the Phoenix Project came in. This guy's trying to reinstitute it, Phoenix from the ashes. It's a new Gestapo, world police type of global police. Freaking 1984, a brave new 1984 Terminatrix society. Like Huxley, it was talking about coercion and terrorist tactics would be used on the mind body of the populace, where they constantly threaten, but then they would reassure them of peace and safety and security after they threaten them with hellfire and brimstone. Like, literally, these are the things. This is a priesthood tactic of the statism religion. It's like the fire brimstone Puritan aspect. Like, and they want to do a new neo-feudal theocracy, man. And they threaten you with fire and brimstone if you don't, buy your way out of purgatory with gold bars and silver, in a way. And it's a new form of the same old fear-based. It was like the medieval freaking crusader times, man, fucking type of a system, man. But they're trying to use the new technology to re-administer the old ways, the old kingdoms that were like a few lords got to pimp everyone in the country and then reap all the money. And then they started doing the corporatism, where they would send their ships to another country, steal its resources, and make colonies in that country because they're conquered. And they would tax them like the Romans did and the Greeks did and the Caesars and the popes. It's all all fire insurance tribute system. It's in the New Testament, and it says, who does the Romans tax? And they're like, well, the foreigners. Frickin', and he's like, well, then are them children free? You know what I'm saying? And he had to pay a coin himself to get Caesar off his back. And it was going to show you that, like, look, yeah, it's like, is this truly free? You know what I mean? And it's like, and remember, world peace in double speech means world conquest. So everyone that says they want peace doesn't mean the same peace you do. You got to understand, these people are word magic experts. They're craftsmen of dark sayings. Uh, and craft shall prosper. It's and there's wars and rumors of wars. So they're gonna use the hype, the fear, the terrorist style. It's red alert, red orange level. Uh, they got to keep you in a constant state of panic because it's problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialectic. This has been. It was written in the Bible in Revelations. It's written in Daniel, and it's the Albert Pike W3 Muzzini letter, Protocols of Zion, Rex 84, King Alfred Plan, continuity of government. The fusion centers are tied in with the frickin' Phoenix program. It says that there's going to be a complex. It says there's going to be a gang stalker like network on the earth when everyone gives their loyalty over to the dragon. Uh, and then there's many references that they'll betray one another. Like the Red Horse is a war where everyone turns on one another. It's also mentioned in Second Ezra's. And it's through trickery, and it's the Joker on A Dark Knight is a good example of what they're doing. It's like each guy that fulfilled his part of the robbery of the bank gets shot by the next guy, and eventually the last guy brings the bag with the money in it. The Joker shoots him and then drives away.